I'm Heritage Insurance Chief Meteorologist Rob Kupek. This week on the road in Temecula, California, out here for a conference, doing our forecasting out here. Well, we're going to start our forecast in an unusual place out in the southern hemisphere. So this over here, this is Africa. There's India. This is Indonesia. And what we're looking at here is something called the Madsen-Julian Oscillation. And this is kind of a belt that just moves around the world, mostly just kind of south of the equator or along the equator. And we're watching this warm air. This is going back here into October. And we've watched this kind of progress here out, moving across Indonesia and out into the Pacific. Kind of acts out there in the Pacific like a mountain range. And what happens is warm air gets shot up into the stratosphere, very high up in the atmosphere. And we're still not always completely sure how this works, but a lot of times what happens when that gets shot up into the stratosphere, it up at the North Pole, far away, dislodges the infamous polar vortex and shoots cold air down into North America. And what we do believe is that come December, as we get in maybe to the first week of December, we will get a very large blast of Arctic air. Matter of fact, the new outlook here from the Climate Prediction Center for the month of December, they are totally buying into this idea of that, and they're showing below average temperatures here for the northern plains, and it may even dip further south of this. They've got above average in the south, but for North Dakota, Minnesota, looking at below average temperatures. And here's forecast for Northwest Minnesota. Pretty quiet this weekend, 45 tomorrow, 44 Sunday. Similar temperature on Monday. Either Monday night into Tuesday, still some question marks on the timing, but that's when things will get interesting. Clipper system will come through, will bring some snow, maybe a few inches. It will be windy, still probably breezy on Wednesday, so travel could be a little tough. Tuesday, 32, 24 on Wednesday. Thanksgiving Day, colder, 20, and then Friday after Thanksgiving, we're looking at highs only in the teens. Snow amounts awfully early on a Clipper system for this, and in every model run, it's been a little bit different. Generally, and the European is a little less, although the European on Clippers isn't the best model. Generally, the higher amounts have been in the northwest part of North Dakota, lesser amounts in the southeast. This model run of the American model is very low in the southeast. Some have a little bit more, but generally think along much of North Dakota, 1 to 3, maybe 4 inches, with more than that possible, maybe even an isolated 6 plus up in the northwest part of the state. And again, it will come with some wind, so travel may be a little difficult come Tuesday. And while they're decorating for Christmas out here in California, we're the ones that are going to have the Christmas-like weather after Thanksgiving. Highs will be in the teens and the low 20s. There's a chance of some light snow as well around the 30th or so of November, so just enough to kind of bookend that Thanksgiving weekend. And of course, as we go into the first week of December, there will be that chance of that Arctic air coming down from the north. So the Climate Prediction Center also releasing their new December, January, February outlook. The temperature one did not come out for some reason today. They still have the old October outlook listed on their website, so waiting for them to correct. That'll have that next week or after Thanksgiving if that does come out. Again, they are showing above average precipitation, North Dakota, Minnesota. Again, this differs in a little bit in my forecast. I think the further east you go in Minnesota, more snow precipitation. But I'm thinking at least much of the winter, particularly January, February, will be on the dry side. So if you've got any questions for me, as always, you can get my contact information next. Have a great Thanksgiving next week, and we will see you back after Thanksgiving.